Who am I if I allow myself to be free? That's the question that I've been having repeated in my head all day. So that's what I wanted to talk about. And I'm getting excited thinking about it because it's like freedom, true freedom is so, it's literally the purpose of life, of experience, of existence, being free to just live and feel and endless possibilities and not being dimmed, not being put into a box, like endless possibility. And so I was thinking about it, and obviously, when you think about endless possibilities, you're gonna like a lot of them. You're gonna love a lot of them, and that's why I just stay open to any possible future, whatever future comes. I'm just riding the waves, and I feel like a lot of people are gonna start to feel that, and they're gonna resonate with that, and they're gonna wake up, especially this year. I could just feel it. I feel a lot of people, the more I interact with people, the more people are aware, self aware, aware of the events, occurring in reality. You know, I say it like that because reality is whatever your brain interprets it to be. Every single person's different. Your reality is not my reality. But I don't know. It's just a great day. I've been under the weather past couple of days, so I've just really been alone and in my thoughts and really figuring out what I want and what it means a lot to me. Where I feel most excited about life, and it's a good feeling to have. There was a big period of time where I didn't have it, and I'm sure there's people who don't have it right now. And I just want everybody to know that it's inevitable. Your success is inevitable. Your growth is inevitable. As long as you're aware of it, there's no occurrence where you're not going to grow. So just try to be in the present and stay mindful of what your decisions are and what you're thinking of and what you allow to be close to you, because that those that are closest to you, near and dear, unfortunately, they do have a large effect on you. Even if you're very mentally strong, you have very good barriers, borders. Why borders? Boundaries. That's interesting. um, barriers. That's funny. Yeah, I mean, if you want to have barriers up, that's cool too. But it's have borders and borders again. Oh my gosh, why does that keep coming up? Irrelevant. I'm gonna learn something from it. I don't know. Let me know if that means something to you, because that I don't know what that means to me. But sometimes you gotta let down your guard, let down your walls, and let people in. That way, you get new thoughts, new experiences, new perspectives, and just be a sponge. Just really take the time to, again, be present and be grateful for the moment that you're in, and focus on what the purpose of it is. Kind of, I mean, not really the purpose, that's kind of an anxiety driven life, but more or less the positive out of it. Whatever experience you're going through, there is some sort of positive. And you can have light from darkness. The phoenix rises, from the ashes. We're all here. But you really have to just focus on the positives. And back to how people around you really affect you, whether you want them to or not, you know, you're going to feel and hear everything that other people are saying. Whether you don't feel it consciously, your body does, your central nervous system, whatever. We won't go into it, but just know that you feel it. So if you can, A, change shape and help them grow, which that's a whole different life path. That's very taxing because you have to master detachment. You can't be fixed on the outcome. You just have to be in the moment, embracing helping another person, and whether or not they take that, utilize that, and grow into their highest potential, it's not your responsibility. You can't take that on. So maybe that's for somebody as well. Learn to detach, as much as you're able to help other people and you care so deeply and you feel so deeply, it's not your responsibility to latch on to everybody and everything. You have to prioritize your cup, and from the overflow, then that will go to everybody else. And that's how you should be mainly prioritizing life. you know of course there's circumstances where, hey, your cup's going to be empty, like you're going to be drained, like life is going to life no matter what. That's kind of the cool part about it. It's like, yeah, you can stop whatever, but life's going to keep going. So whether you want to be stagnant or not, that's up to you. Keep reliving the same patterns and the same loops, that's up to you. Definitely not the best existence. I think everybody can be more aware and higher energy, higher, thought patterns, frequency, and just really live in the moment and be more optimistic, be more positive, just do everything out of love. And, you know, that existence is possible. I see it, I felt it, I've experienced it. It was more common when I was growing up. I grew up in a very small town, small area, like country. So everybody was pretty positive, pretty good. Like, in the present, I would say it was just, people cared about people, and social economics were better, I guess. There's a community. And I feel like there's a lack of community now, and that's, you know, why it's happening doesn't matter. I don't want to talk about why it's happening. We are all aware of why it's happening. And people are so stressed and so tired and so lost and afraid, and they just think about life. They don't live life, experience life. Everything's exactly how it's designed to be. So, but we can wake up from it, we can live through it and shape a better future. It just takes a lot of people, takes a lot of trust and letting go. You know, we just gotta stop being scared. You know, if you're scared of life, then you're never gonna fully live it or embrace it or get to like experience just the lightest light. Think about the best day that you ever had. It's inevitable that you're gonna have a better day than that. I think. I think that you're never gonna just reach a peak. Existence doesn't allows the stagnation and decline if you're aware of it, and you're positive. And just take a moment. This is a copper cup, copper mug. It's so cold. It's like the best thing I've ever drank out of my entire life. Please, if you don't have one of these, you need to find one. All right. However, you can locate one and acquire one or test one, you got to do it. I don't care if you go into the middle of a store and you try it right then and there, but make sure you take like, something to clean it and like wash it off and set it back somewhere. Whatever you got to do to get it done, it's fine. But seriously, really good. It feels better to drink to me. I drink more water whenever I have this, so that's why I have it. It's a positive, And again, that's why I wanted to talk about it, is because, hey, it's something that made me happy. It's something that makes me take better care of myself, do more positive things, makes me feel like I'm reaching my fullest potential, my goal. And, you know, I just will always try to share that with other people. You know, I joke about it's like thought vomit, like whatever I'm thinking of, I'm just going to throw it at you guys, because I want you to just know, like, just think, you know, just be yourself. I'm authentic. That's the word that everybody uses now. Authentic, authentic. I think just be who the fuck you are, Be whoever you want to be. If you want to change that shit tomorrow, please change it tomorrow, but just don't stress or worry or apologize for being you. Literally just live your life. And those who are meant to be in your life, they have to see the real you to then be in your life and grow with you. If you're having a mask on or a persona, or you're, talking how you don't like want to talk, and you're not hanging out with people that you want to hang out with, and you're not dressing the way that you want to dress, if you have all these fake things going on, which most people do, it's all influence. They don't really know why or what they want for them. But if you have all these other things going on, you're going to attract people who like that version of you. And then whenever you inevitably get tired of being not who you're meant to be, because that's where everybody is, they or something that they're not. And then they wake up and grow and learn, and they're like, oh wow, I can actually like do this instead of this, and I don't need to talk to this, because it caused me to feel this. You can choose to be who you're meant to be. And you know, if you're not being that, you're going to attract people who accept a different version of you. Whenever you try to grow and get out of that, you're going to lose those connections, and then you might feel like something's wrong with you. You might think, oh, you could develop abandonment issues. I feel like that's something that could occur. And, you know, maybe put yourself into a victim mentality of like, oh no, I lost all these people because, XYZ. But regardless, we don't focus on that part of it. That part's irrelevant. That's just the negative consequence of doing things not coherently, coherently. Maybe that's correct. But just being conscious and aware of what you're doing in life. You need to be patient with yourself. Patient. I don't know. Whoever that's meant for. A lot of people take things way too serious. Life is so fun. It's literally a game. You can do whatever you want to do, go wherever you want to go, talk to whoever you want to talk to, literally do anything. It, and if you're sitting here saying, no, you can't because of X, Y, Z, that's you, dude. If that's your vibe and you feel like there's a lot of limiting beliefs that you accept in your brain, I choose to believe that I can do anything in my entire existence. And I know that others can too. So I'm always going to preach that. So, but if you're being negative, seriously, get out of your head, dude. Just imagine a possibility where you are free, right? Who would you allow yourself to be if you were free? That it all comes back to it, you know? Honestly, I'm going to wrap this up here. I don't have anything else to say. Abrupt ending, I know, but as we always say, feel free to subscribe. Have a great life. Love you guys. Thank you for being here. Share some positivity. If you do anything today, share some positivity. And get a copper fucking mug, okay?